get started without any further delay. So here you can see previously session we have done like while loop. So do you have any question regarding while loop? These
No.
all clear?
Yes, all clear.
Okay, fine. Great. So today I'm going to show you like do while loop, for loop and for each loop. So this is the iteration part. So today I will finish this iteration part. Then we will move array, then collection, then we will move on next level of programming, right? So
Okay.
here you can see do while loop. So it's a combination while loop. Do, this is the syntax. Here you can see like do, then this brackets, and you have to write your statement. Then after that you have to write while condition. So it is a post checking iteration, and while loop is a pre-check checking iteration. It's a post checking iteration like do while loop, right? And which will execute the statements at least one, because it's a automatic execute the statement at least one. And after that, then we will verify the condition, and it will continuously execute the statement will till the condition get satisfied. Once the condition get failed, then it will outcomes of the block. So here you can see this is the syntax. So let me do that one thing for you. uh, Here you can see this is the syntax, like syntax, right? Then syntax is, here you can see syntax like do, after that do this bracket, this is the body of do while loop, right? Then after that you have to write like statements, right? And after that here you can see like while, and here your condition as you want, like condition. So this is the syntax, right? Then you can increment and decrement here, like uh, increment, increment or decrement based on your need, right? Like plus plus minus minus, right? So this is the syntax of the do while loop. Okay, so let me open my Google, and let me show you one example for this one, and most of the examples, so don't worry about that. So let me log in, and here you can see I just logged in org. Once you logged in developer org, so you have to open uh, developer console to execute your code, right? So let me do that, this one for you. So here you can see I am successfully logged in. Now in this gear icon you have to open this developer console, right? So here you can see this is the developer console, and after that you have to write your code. So how to write your code? Just debug and open execute anonymous window, right? This one. And here you can see this is the editor anonymous window, and under this anonymous window you have to write your do while loop. So how to do write do while loop? So here you can see write a NFX program to print the odd number between 1 to 50 in reverse order or increment order. So first of all we have to do like simple example for you, like integer, right? I equal to 1, right? I want to print 1 to 10 number. Okay, so you have to write like do, then this is brackets, this is the body of do while loop. Then you have to write like system dot debug, what you want to print. So you want to print this I, after that you have to increment this value like 1. 1 plus I plus plus means increment only one value, right? Then after that you have to write like while, under this while you have to check the condition, right? What is the condition? Like I is less than equal to 10, right? This is the your program about do while loop. Is it clear for you? Please confirm, is it clear for you?
Yes.
Yeah, so let me execute this one, and you can see my output as we expected. So once you execute here, you can see debug only, just click this one and you can see 1 to 10 number, right? Is it clear? 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay. And another question is, I want to print this reverse order like 10, 9, 8 to 1. So how to print reverse order? Any idea?
I
How to
minus
print this
minus.
number? Yeah, I minus minus, that is right. Yeah, I minus minus. Then
Then I is equals to 10.
I is equals to 10. Is one line or this line? 6 line. Which line of number?
Huh. There I is equals to 10. Here I is less than or equals to 1. Okay.
Less than equal to 1. Like that.
Hmm. No, I guess.
Greater than and equal to. Like
Uh,
that.
okay.
Okay. This is the symbol
Okay.
operators. We already discussed about less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to, equal to, equal to. Okay.
Okay.
So you are right. Just write the first condition like I equal to 10, then I minus minus. Then you have to check the condition 10 greater than 1. Yes, it's
Okay.
printing me 10. Again, it's a automatic decrement one value like I minus minus means 9. So 9 is greater than 1. Yeah. So printing 9. So let me execute this one and you can see my output here. Okay. So you can see like debug only and you can see 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, 1. You can see. Is it
Okay.
clear for you?
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this way you can print these all things, right? Okay. So this is the reverse order. Okay. So now another things under the do while loop, there is a one assignment for you. Like first of all, let me print this program for you. Like write an Apex program to print odd number between 1 to 15 in your reverse order. So you have to write first of all integer counter means I. You can mention this I or counter as you want because variable is anything. Okay. And then do after do you have to write like system.debug then counter and count minus minus this one. So it's print me odd number. So you can do this or I can print this one.
Yeah, I will do it.
Okay, then same thing you can do under this assignment for you, like write an apex program to check whether given number is a prime or not. Okay, so prime number, what is prime number? Any idea?
Yeah, the 235 it comes
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So this is a prime number. So prime number is nothing but is self divided by itself,
Uh-huh.
right? You can see these all prime number. So you can print this this in your side. Write an apex program to print the number from 50 to 1 using do while loop. So also you can print this one. So these all two assignment for you, right? And we will move next loop that is called for loop. Okay, here you can select for loop, right? So this is the syntax. Let me execute and first of all let me show you this syntax for you. Like for, then you have to write like initialization part. This is three condition in this for loop. Like this is the first part, this is the second part, and this is the third part. Okay, in this loop like for initially part, condition part, increment or decrement, then you have to write your condition. So let me do that for you. Like here under this one, like for loop. Okay, what is for loop? Just like for or just a small word. Let me do that for you. For loop, then for, and you have to write uh, like initial variable. Okay, then semicolon, and check the condition, check the condition, right? And after that increment or decrement, and then after that this body. So this is the syntax of the for loop. Let's say I want to print 1 to 10 number using for loop. So how to print that? So you can observe using this for loop syntax. Here you have to write like integer I equals to 1. This is the first initialize variable. Here you can see this is the first condition, right? After that you have to check the condition like I less than equal to 10. This is the second condition, right? Then after that increment and decrement. So this is the same line you can do. This is a for loop. Did you get my point? You can comparison with this loop and this loop as well, this example. Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay, so same thing you can apply under developer console. So let me open my developer console. Under this developer console, you have to write like for loop, right? Then integer I equals to 1, right? This is the first condition. Always write this like that. Okay, integer I equals to 1, I less than equal to 10, then I plus plus, right? Here. Okay, then after that you have to print your I value like here I. Okay, so just let me execute this one and you can see my number 1 to 10 after this execution, right? So just debug only here and you can see like 1 to 10 here, right? These all. Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the way to print the number using for loop. So any question, any doubt till now?
No, no, no.
All clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you have to write all the programs using different types of loops. So say, there are 3 types of loops right now, but we have another loop that is called for each loop. So for each loop is the enhancement of the for loop, right? So we can use for each loop for the collection, maybe like array or collection, list, set, and map, right?
Yes.
So we will learn for each loop in upcoming session, maybe day after, like tomorrow or maybe next week. Okay. So don't worry about it. I will teach you basic things of the for each loop collections, each and every term. Then we will move some advanced programming like OOPS programming, class, object. Then we will create our class. Then we will create object. Then we will use our class to one object, one class to another class, like a reusability, interface, or inheritance, polymorphism. This kind of things we can do, right?
Mm.
Okay, so this is the way to print your number here. Okay, so this is the loop concept. All I already done these all things. Now this is a new concept that is called array. Here you can see. So here you can see like array. So let me do that first thing. So here you can see like in this example, uh, like 1 to 10 I already printed, right? So my requirement is something is different. Like I want to print 1 to 10 with some like my number is something like that. So how to do that? Prasanna, I already discussed about these things. I want to like concatenate or we can say add some value like my number is at some value like this one
Yeah,
for
plus
example
we have to use the plus symbol.
like my output is like my number is 1, then you have to write again this one here to here like this one like number 2 till like here 10 like that. So how to print that like this output, Prasanna? How to print this one?
Yeah, concatenation means you have to use plus symbol.
Where where you want?
There only. The,
There only, okay. Like my, first of all, you have to write this one like my number is single quote in single quote. Then after that plus, right?
yes, yes.
And you have to execute this and you can see my expected output here. Just click this one and here and you can see my number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 10. Here you can see, right?
Yeah.
And I want to make some space between is 1, is 2, something like that, some space. How to make a space between these?
There are quotations and space.
Uh, After that, you have to write this one, right?
No, after that, after quotation.
After quotation,
Space.
like this.
Yeah.
No, it's not work because it's a something is different because concatenation. So you have to always write two ways. First of all, end of the this quotation, you have to write one space. This is the first way, right? And
Mm.
second way is like let me show you first way, and you can see my output as we expected. Okay, so just here you can see, and you can see my number is 1 to 10, right? Some space between each and one number, right?
Yes.
But this is the first way, and second one is like again you have to write some plus, then some single quote, then one this one. This is another way to provide the
Okay.
space between the string and number. So just execute this one, and after that you can see same output here. Okay, so just here,
Okay.
and you can see the same output. So please keep in your mind these things, right? If you want to space between the string or number, so there is a two way you can apply. One is after closing the single quote, and second one is this one. Here you can see, right?
Yes.
All clear?
Yeah, clear.
If you have any question regarding loops or anything as you want, so I can explain. Otherwise, we can move on next topic.
No, I don't have any doubts.
All clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this is another topic like arrays are used to hold a collection of homogeneous elements. So what is homogeneous element? Homogeneous. What is homogeneous? Tell me.
No, I don't know.
Okay, no problem. So there is a two things under the collection and array. So array is a kind of the collection, but it's a homogeneous element. Homogeneous element means same kind of element, right? Like if you want to store some integer, so you can store only integer, not a string. If you want to store a string, so you can store only string, not integer. Okay, so you can store only one type of value under the array. Always remember, right? And if you want to store heterogeneous means different kind of value you can store in a single collection. So you can use collection. But here you can see only homogeneous element means same kind of element. You can store in the similar data type elements. Here you can see, right? So that is array can store the collection of the similar types of data types elements, right? We can not store heterogeneous different data types. So you know data types, we already discussed about data types. So what is data type?
Primitive data type and non-primitive data type. I mean, list
Right.
integers,
Hmm.
uh,
String, long,
string,
double,
long,
float.
double. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, these all kind of data type, right? So we can store only homogeneous element, not heterogeneous. Always remember. While creating the array, we have to specify the size, which describe the number of element we can store inside the array. So we have to specify the number of the size of the element array. Okay, I will show you with practically, so don't worry about that. So we cannot increase or decrease the array size of the runtime. So under the runtime, we cannot provide like increase or decrement the size of the element. Okay. So array cause the memory wastage. Okay. Each element inside the array will be identified by using index position started with 0. Always remember, array always start with 0 index. Okay. And always store the element in the form of index. What is? Can you repeat again?
Uh, It will be in the form of index.
Yeah. So maybe like suppose you have lots of element and index. If you want to store the element in form of index in the array, and index always start with
It starts with 0.
yes. So suppose that I have some, let's say one example for you. Let's say remove this one. Let's say uh, one, okay, 1, 2, or let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 4, and then 5. So under the memory, in the heap memory, it's a automatic store the index in the array like 0, and after that 1, after that 2, after that 3 and 4. Okay, so these all elements here is the elements, right? And these all index. So you can easily identify with the help of index. So I want to take three element. So which index I want to use?
Second one,
Yes.
index 2.
Yeah. So array always work as an index in the form of index, and index always start with 0, right? So please keep in your mind these things because it's a very most important. So each element inside the array will be identified using index position, that is start from 0. Each element inside the array will be identified by using array name along with the index position, right? Suppose that I want to access 5 element, this one. So you can easily understand like index of like index, okay, index of like 4. So which element is coming? You can see like 5, like that. So I will show you how to write the syntax of the array. So just here, and you can see. So this is the syntax. Here you can see. This is the syntax of the array. Like, let me show you this one. Okay. So like data type. So first of all, you have to define data type. Which type of data you want to store, right? Then after that, this bracket, this square bracket means this one. This one you can see. This bracket means array. So this is the array symbol, this one, this bracket. Always remember, right? So how to write the array syntax? So data type, then this bracket. After that, you have to write your array name. So array name is anything as you want. This is the array name here, like array name, right? After that, you have to initialize the array like with the new keyword, new, and same thing you can apply like new data type, and then you have to specify the size like new data type, then after that size. So what is the size of this element? You can provide based on your requirement like this one, size. So you can easily understand this syntax here like that. Any question regarding this syntax? This is the syntax.
Okay.
Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So suppose that I want to store integer value. How to store into the array? So you can store like data type. Which data type you want? Like integer, because I am talking about only integer, right? Integer. Then you have to write this bracket and array name like int value, something like that, equal to new. Then you have to specify again integer, then size of the array like 5. Here you can see. This is the example of this syntax. You can easily recognize with the help of this syntax, this one, right? Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can store this one as well, right? So let me open my developer console and let me add like integer here, integer, and this array symbols. After that, int val, something like that, equal to new keyword. After that, like integer, then specify this size. Okay. So this is the variable you can see. This is the variable, this is the array, or this is a data type integer, right? So how to print the int val here? So you can use system.debug printing the array, like system.debug, like int val, right? So just click on the execute button, and after that you can see my output here, like execute, and you can see like null, null, null. You can see all value is null. So always remember, we already discussed in demo session, if you don't initialize any value under the Apex, so Apex engine automatic initialize the value as a null, right? Right?
Yes.
So if you don't initialize any value of the any variable, so it's a automatic Apex engine automatic initialize as a null value. Here you can see in 5 times, like null, 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 because of we have 5 element in the array. That's why it's showing me 5 times, right? Here you can see these all things, right? Is it clear for you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. So if you want to store some string, so you can store like string data type, then this array symbols, and after that like names equal to new string, and then you have to write some string data values, like which one you want to store. So like 200. Okay. So this is the size of array, like that. So you can store only string here. Here you can see only store integer. So this is the homogeneous element, right?
Hmm.
Same thing you can apply for ID, like account. Okay, like in the Salesforce account object, case object, position. This is a custom object you know very well. Underscore underscore C, like position loan, something like that, right? So my question is here, like we can assign the element to the array as a below, right? Suppose this is the syntax, like array name, index position, and then value to assign the value. So let me do that one thing here. Like here you can see in the this example, like integer array, something like that. So how to assign the value? Like if you want to create any variable, okay, so you have to assign some value, right? So same thing you can apply for this array as well. How to initialize the value? With the help of index, like index. This is the variable you can say, like into value, and after that you have to specify like zero index. So what kind of value you want to initialize? Like 100 in zero index, right? Same thing you can apply for all index, like up to 0 to 4, right? Here, and change this index as well, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you can change this value as well, like 200, 300, 400, and 500, right? Is it clear for you? This is the assignment.
Okay.
Like I already defined one integer array, like int val equal to new integer 5. So 5 is the size. That's why I'm initialize only 5 element here. You can see, right? Then you can check with the help of index, like zero index you can see 100, one index you can see 20, 200, second index is 300. You can check this like that. Okay, so how to do that? Just go to the anonymous window, and just here after that you can initialize like int val here, like zero index I want to initialize like 100, or just copy this one and paste it into the 4 times here, like that. The index value like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and after that like 200, 300, 400, and 500. Okay, so you can see under this assignment. After that you can see this one with the help of how to print that. So you can print this statement after this one, and you can see like first is null. After that you can see all the element in a single group, right? Just click on debug only, and you can see all the element instead of null. You can see, because here you can see like null, because I didn't initialize any value before, and after initialize the value, you can see all the value like 100, 200, 300, something like that, right? Is it clear for you?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. So this is the way to initialize the value. So same thing you can apply for the string as well. This is the integer, right? So this is the integer. So you can apply these things under integer as well. So let me do that first. Let me comment this one, and just here, like star here, and you have to write like string here, like string array, string array, and same thing you can apply here like is integer array, right? This one for your better understanding purpose, right? And string array, how to define the array? Like string array, how to define that? You can tell me these things.
Yeah, data type.
What
The
data type? Like string, right? Then you have to define this array symbol. Then names variable equal to new string, and after that you have to define the size of the string. So which size you want? Like I want to store three names, like three names in that this is names. So how to assign the names? Like names, use this index like 0 index. I want to initialize right Rohit. Okay, then names, and I want to store like 1 equal to Deepak, something like that, right? Then names, after that you can see in 2 equal to Sumit, something like that. Okay, so we have already have the size like 3, so that's why I'm using 3 element in it, right? How to print that? Like system.debug, and you can print like names here, right? Just click on the execute, and after that you can see my output here. Just click on the here and you can see my name, Rohit Deepak Sumit, right? Is
yes,
it clear for you?
yes,
This is a string array. You can see this is a string array. That's why I'm taking as a data type string, then array symbol, and you can take any names here because I'm using names here. You can use anything, like this is the variable. So variable means it's a vary to vary. It depends on the value, right? You can change this new string. I have the size of the array like 3. That's why I'm using 3 names here, and you can print these names here, right? Okay. Is it
okay,
clear for you? All the things till now?
yes,
So you can see like retrieving the array. So you can retrieve like how to retrieve the array. So you can retrieve the name. Suppose that I want to retrieve Deepak name. How to retrieve this? Only Deepak, not all names. So under this array, you can see all the names. In output, you can see my output like Rohit, Deepak, Sumit. I want to take only Deepak. So how to take this? Specify element, specific element. How to take this?
yeah. We can mention there that one is
How to like system.debug, right? Then
uh,
names and define like which index you want, like one index, right?
one.
Like that you can print like that. So in first line you can see all the names, and second line you can see only one name, right? So execute this and you can see the output, right? Just
Yes,
debug only, and here you can see. Please focus this one. Here you can see in first line you can see all the names, right? Here, and second line you can see like only one name because of I am using only index. That's why it's showing me only one name here, right? Is it clear for you?
yeah, it's clear.
Yeah. So if you want to retrieve some data, or if you want to retrieve some specific element, so you can use index value. Okay, like that. Okay. So another way to retrieving, here you can see assigning the value, these all things, right? Suppose that I want to use, here you can see for loop. Okay, for loop. So we can print the for loop as well under this one. So how to do that? So just let me do that first thing. Let me remove this one under this for loop. So what is the syntax of for loop? Can you tell me? For loop. I
Sir,
just discussed.
conditions,
No, no.
initialize
First of all,
condition.
initialize. Yeah, initialize the value. Right. So what is the initialize the value? Like integer, as you can take any data type, right? I equal to 1, right? I is less than equal to 5, then I plus plus. Okay, this one. Okay. After that, if you want to print all the values, so you can print in the same line, and otherwise you can use index as well. So how to print the index? Okay. So how to do that? How to do that? Suppose that here you can see like name, right? And let me remove this 102. Yeah. So it start from 0 to this one, 0, 1, 2, something like that. So how to print with the help of this name using for loop. So you can print like here, like names, and under this names you have to write like I. I means first of all it's a 0. Okay. First time it's a 0, like names 0, because of I value is 0. Here you can see, that's why it's printing 0. After that you can see like increment operator, this one I plus plus, so it's increase the value like 0 to 1. So after that you can see like 1 here. After that you can see like name. Okay, and here like 2 names. Is it clear for you? Like that internally it's going on here in this line. Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Because of we have only 0 to 2 element, that's why it's automatic printing this value. So how to do that? You can print this one. Okay, so let me select this one and execute highlighted, and after that you can see my output as we expected, right? So here you can see that debug only here, and you can see like Rohit, Deepak, Sumit, here you can see, right? This is the
Yes.
0 index, this is a 1 index, this is the 2 index, means 3 element. You can see, you can print like that. Okay, so please do the practice on like all the for loop, or do while loop. Okay, and also some array practice. So tomorrow onwards we will learn lots of things under the array, and then we will start collection. Okay, so
Mm.
till then, bye bye, take care. So any question till now, so you can ask me, otherwise we can wrap up.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.